In the wake of tragedies like yesterday's mass shooting at a Minneapolis Catholic school, many parents and families feel unsure of how to talk to their children, how to explain what is so difficult for even adults to wrap their heads around. So for more now, I'm joined by Dr. Sheila Raja. She's a clinical psychologist and a professor at UIC, also the author of The Resilient Teen. So Dr. Raja, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
When is the right time to talk to your children about something like this? And how do you recommend families broach a subject as difficult as a school shooting?
Yeah, you need to have enough time to have the conversation, but I'd always caution parents that we don't want to wait too long, especially in this day and age of social media, older siblings, especially younger kids. We used to say shield them from this kind of thing, but we can't these days. They are going to hear about it, and it's better that they hear about it from us than somebody else, and give them space to be able to share their thoughts and feelings. And you can share that it makes you worried, but also kids need reassurance. They need to hear from us that we're working in our own ways to make our community safer. They need to feel that sense of reassurance from us as adults as well.
I think parents often want to shield their children, like you said, from maybe their own emotions as well. But is there a way that you recommend families can sort of model for their children how to safely feel these big emotions like fear and sadness and anger even?
I think that when we are feeling that way ourselves as parents, the most important thing we can do is we can tell our kids, I feel really sad about this story, but also try to get out there into our communities and do something nice, whether that's for teachers or first responders. Our kids need to see that there are a lot of adults in the world that care about them, that want the best for them, and that we're connected to that. I think that gives them a sense of safety in this kind of time.
In the days and weeks ahead, is there anything that parents should look out for in their own children to know when they might be struggling internally with this kind of news and not maybe sharing that emotion outward?
Well, I think that the two biggest things after tragedies like this is we cannot let our kids or ourselves avoid things. We have to get back into a routine if at all possible. So if we find ourselves, after a day or so, avoiding things, that's the hard part, is we have to get back up and try to get them out there into a routine, ourselves in a routine, because if they're not eating, they're sleeping, they're overcome with anxiety, that's something that we have to watch. The National Child Traumatic Stress Network is a really nice source of information for parents. So if you feel like your kid is struggling, that is one resource for you to look at.
And I imagine your book is a good resource too, The Resilient Teen.
Thank you.
We'll
Yes.
plug it there. Dr. Raja, thank you so much for your time this morning and all of your helpful advice for families and parents and children dealing with this difficult news.